someone were to come up to you, someone you trusted, and they told you that they had a formula, a way, a path for you to change your whole life for the better, would you want to hear more details? Now, what if they told you that this formula, that this behavior will be able to change not just your life, but the life of your loved ones, to improve the life of your children, your close ones, your community? You probably want to hear more. Now, what if they told you that there are certain acts and behaviors you have to do, and if you fulfill that formula, that you'll be able to achieve those blessings? You probably would ask what they are. And if they finally did tell you all those details, you probably would greatly consider following through with their recommendation. This is where we are right now. Right now. We are right before Rosh Hashanah. This is a day which it's promised to us that if we really internalize its messages and serve God on this day in the proper way, we can achieve immense blessing. We can change our destiny and the destiny of our loved ones for the better, for the whole upcoming year. Now, this is not just me telling you this. This is the Shalom Rebbe, the Nesiv Shalom, who says this exact thing when he says people oftentimes think that Rosh Hashanah is only about the book of life and death based on the previous year. What we've done the previous year, that is what establishes where we are, the book of life or the book of death. He says that's not the case. In addition to that, we also have a book of life and death that is opened every year for us, ourselves, to inscribe ourselves within that book of life. This is what we have the ability to do this Rosh Hashanah. We have the ability for these 48 hours to inscribe ourselves in the book of life. For ourselves, a good life, and our family, and our loved ones. How do we go about doing this? Nesiv Shalom tells us it's through really internalizing the messages and accepting God and God's providence upon us, God's kingship. It's really trying to make the best out of Rosh Hashanah. The davening, the shofar, everything connected to it. And through this, we can inscribe ourselves, through those behaviors, inscribe ourselves, not just based on the past, but for the future in the book of life. One way to go about thinking about this is to think of the name Rosh Hashanah and what it means. Rosh Hashanah means the head of the year. This could mean for us that we have to put our head into this year, on this new year. That's in many different ways. One way is to add intention to our davening. When we're davening, have our heads there. Pay attention to what we're saying. Number 2, to think about with our heads what we want for this upcoming year. And to pray for that. For ourselves and our family and our loved ones. And lastly, it's to think positive things and do things with good intention throughout the holiday. Whether it's the simanim, to put intention into them, whether it's talking with other people, whether it's our behavior and how we spend our time during Rosh Hashanah, to do everything intentionally. If we do this, we put our heads into what we're doing, we instill that positive energy this year, we can inscribe ourselves into the book of life, good life, for this upcoming year. Will we all be inscribed and sealed in the book of good life immediately, ourselves and our whole family, and have a beautiful upcoming year filled with blessings, happiness, and success for all of us. Shana Tova.